Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Chabot, and I'm very excited to be a part of Torah Exchange. So this week's Parashat is Parashat Lecha, and I think it's all about journeys. And I want to go on a journey with you in understanding Abraham's journey and hopefully embarking on our own journey to ourselves. Okay, so like any journey, you got to start with the first step. So let's start with the first pasuk. ויאמר אדוני אל אברהם, לך לך מארצך וממולדתך ומבית אביך אל הארץ אשר אראך. So I want to ask a few questions on this pasuk. The first question is, Abraham is such a key figure in Torah, monotheism, Judaism. Why do we essentially meet him at 75 years old? And why are we not told about how he got to recognizing God? Okay, that was the first question. Then I also want to talk about the significance of not being given an endpoint to this journey. What can it teach us about the journey of life, our faith in God, goals, and outlook on growth? Okay, so let's start. Second step, some answers. So this was such a beautiful perush I heard, I believe by Rabbi Alex Israel from Eretz Israel. And he said that why were we not told exactly how Abraham met God or how he got to serve God? Because there is no one way to serve God. And maybe if all the steps were aligned to how to get to God, everyone would just have followed that and not embarked on their own journey. And I think that's so beautiful. Because so many times we look at other people and we say, oh, they're not serving God right, or I'm serving God right. And we also just want to be like other people. But we're not meant to be cookie cutters of each other. And we need to recognize that we were created uniquely. There's no other me. And my goal is to figure out who I am. And therefore, what is my unique contribution, my unique way to serve God? We shouldn't all just get to God like Abraham did. So I love this perush. Beautiful. So the second question, why did God, or what's the significance? What can we learn from this journey where there's not really an end destination? So I think a few things. One, the answer is the phrase we hate here. It's a process. So many times we focus so much on the product. And we forget to enjoy the present moment in our life. It's like when the GREs are over, the SAT for graduate school, I'll be happy. When the weekend comes, then I can relax. When I have time, I'll study Torah. But if we live life like that, we miss out on the process of life, which is the real goal. And I think a beautiful thing that I'll share from my life is that so many times we want to rush the process and we think that that will be the best progress. So my sister Adele, who's 31, just got engaged. And she gave a class about how it was so hard for her. She did the Lecha, she did the journey. She made Aliyah, she went out of her comfort zone. She's an observant Jew. And God wasn't giving her what she wanted. She wanted to get married. God, please, this year, come on. And she realized later on that she was sort of forcing the hand of God. She was saying that I know better than the ultimate creator. And it's like I'm a passenger on an airplane. And we're turning, the plane's turning, and I'm thinking, why are we turning? I should go tell the pilot we're going the wrong way. But I don't know. The pilot knows how to fly the plane. The pilot has the bird's eye view, not me. So too God. It's God's view of our lives. Do we think we know better than God? And I think it's all about faith. It's faith that God's journey is the best journey for ourselves. I'm going to repeat that one more time. God's journey is the best journey for ourselves. And I think another very significant point that we can learn from Lecha el Aretz Asher Arecha, to the place that you see, is sometimes we really don't understand. we don't understand certain things. We don't understand coronavirus. We don't understand why bad things happen. But we gotta trust God. We have to trust the process. And not lose out on our whole life by just jumping to the product. And I think the last significant point that I want to talk about in this pasuk is the point of Lech Lecha. Go for yourself, according to Rashi. What does that mean? I thought I'm going on a journey for God. But like we said again, God's journey is the best journey for me. And I think we should all think about journeys in this whole parasha, and we could think about how Lech Lecha. We see a journey geographically. We're moving to a holy land, which we should think about doing. I don't know why I don't live in Israel. Next, a spiritual quest, searching and finding God. And I think that's tied to the personal journey of finding ourselves, going and discovering who we are, recognizing that the challenges are the things that make us discover who we are and see our potential. And also, Sarah and Abraham changed their names. And in addition,